Welcome back. Some of us saw some relief in the form of rain this weekend, but not enough to fully combat these severe drought conditions we're seeing. For this week's In the Garden, Charlie and Sharon tell us some ways we can protect our gardens from completely drying up.
Charlie, the weather certainly has not been super cooperative this year. It was way too wet early on, and lately it's been way too dry.
Yes.
So it's been a challenge.
It's been a challenge for lots of plants, especially plants like lilacs, for example. You get a lot of questions on those. They either got a lot of disease on their leaves early, and now it's so dry the leaves are dropping.
Right. Yeah, that happened to my cherry tree. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're wondering about those plants, take a look at the buds. If you still have green buds on them, they're okay. They'll be back next year.
Okay.
But there's other things you might consider as far as when to water and how much to water.
Right.
If you have a big garden like we have here, you can't really water everything. We're on a well and we don't want to run our well dry. Or if you're in the city and you use municipal water, you don't want to have a big water bill.
Right.
So I would say prioritize those plants that you put in this year, the ones you planted in the spring or summer. Those would be trees, shrubs, and things that you've self-sown to grow as a fall garden too. So if you have a big tree that you put in, we have a red bud that's good size. I love those gator bags. You can get them as a donut shape or you can get them as a vertical shape. They hold about 20 gallons of water. You fill them up, you just let them slowly weep the water over a week period. Do it once or twice a week and that's all you need to do.
Okay.
If you have a smaller tree or some perennial flowers or some shrubs, soaker hoses are nice. You just run the soaker hose over to the plant on a regular garden hose, you attach it, and then just turn it on maybe 20 minutes a day. You can kind of see. One of the things you can check to see if you're putting enough water in is see if it's soaked down a good 6 to 8 inches in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And one of the fun ways to do that is take a screwdriver with a long shaft, stick it in the ground, and if it slides all the way in like it's going through butter, then it's probably good that the water is really sunk down that far.
Yeah.
So that's nice to use for that. For plants that you're growing in the fall, we do a lot of fall planting. We have some spinach growing, we have some fava beans here that are growing that I sowed in August. Those you're going to have to do, of course, hand watering. And if they're just starting to come up, you're probably going to have to do it every day if it's a hot spell with a lot of sun and a lot of wind.
Okay, we've been getting a little bit of rain off and on, so just check your soil.
Yes, check the soil first. If you get a thunderstorm the night before, obviously you don't have to do it. You can also put some row cover material over it. I did a funky little version over some of the self-sowing lettuces, the bolted lettuces, to kind of protect it from the sun and give it a little shade, and it keeps it a little more moist. And you can use mulch. I have hay mulch around the fava beans, things of that nature. Anything to keep that soil evenly moist, especially when they're starting to germinate. Once they're up and growing for a while, then you don't have to worry about them so much.
All right.
So prioritize which ones in the landscape you're going to put the water on. Be diligent about it, be good about it, because even when we get into October, November, if it stays dry, the roots are still trying to grow. So you want to make sure that that soil is staying evenly moist right through that period too.
Even if we get a frost?
Yes, even if the leaves have dropped, those roots are still starting to grow. They'll grow till the temperatures in the soil get down to around 40 degrees.
Okay.